can do this. Don't be nervous. It's like almost 9:30 at night. I'm a hot mess today. Alright, well, let's get started. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know this is weird. Title of this video, sitting here on the couch, is very different for me and this channel, but today I'm going to be doing kind of a Q&A, get to know me type of video. I know I've been talking about this on my Instagram for a while now, and I'm finally being able to sit down and do it. My Instagram, if you are not following me on Instagram, I will have it linked down below. I will have it right here on the screen. Go follow me there. I kind of am trying to post more often than normal, a couple times a day, like on my Insta stories and things like that. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, get to know me a little bit more than this video, go follow me there. Like I said, right there, down in the description. It is always there for you guys to check it out. So the reason I am doing this, this is a cleaning channel. I do all sorts of cleaning videos. If you are new to this and you are just popping onto this video, go ahead and click that red subscribe button. Cleaning videos. If you love cleaning videos, I love watching them. I love making them. So go ahead and click that subscribe button. Stick around. Check out all my other cleaning videos. I have hair in my mouth. But I am filming this actually a couple of days before my 8-month anniversary here on YouTube. I started my channel about 8 months ago, so I wanted to kind of do this so you guys can get to know me a little bit better. And if you like these types of videos, go ahead and thumbs up the video, and I can do more later on as I get more subscribers, and you guys can learn a little bit more about me if you have other questions, things like that. I think I rambled enough in this video, so let's go on and get to the questions. I've had a couple people ask me some questions, and I also just kind of have some get to know me type of things to talk about and questions like that. So first off, if you did not know, my name is Renee. I am 29 years old. I have been married for 9 years. In April we had our 9-year wedding anniversary, and I have 2 daughters. Ashlyn is 6, she will be 7 in December, and then Ariana is my 2-year-old going on 5-year-old, and she will be 3 in October. It is like having twin 4-year-olds or twin 5-year-olds. They are crazy, insane twins, basically. But yeah, so that is just kind of like my little family here. Like I said, I do cleaning videos on YouTube. Started about 8 months ago. I like to clean. I like things done in a certain way. I have my own standards of how I like things done, and that's kind of where I came up with the name for my channel, is Cleaning Standards. I believe that everybody has their own standards. I don't believe that this person needs to live up to my standards, or I need to live up to my neighbor's standards, or anything like that. I believe we all have our own standards when it comes to our home, or the things that we do, or cleaning, or whatever it is. And that's what my channel is all about, and that's what I want it to be about. I don't want it to be about, oh, you have to do things my way, up to my standards, and I need to follow the people next door, or anything like that. So that's kind of a little bit about my channel. And yeah, I am a stay-at-home mom. I feel like I'm kind of all over the place so far. That's how my mind works. I am all over the place. I try not to do that when I'm making a video, but normally, like when I clean, I'm like all over the place. I don't have any type of routines or schedules or anything that I stick to when I clean. It's just kind of like when I notice that there's getting to be too much dust on the TV stand, I need to do that, and then I'll start doing the couch, and then I'll start dusting the TV or dusting other things, and then I'll move on to the next room, and I'm literally like all over the place when I clean. I try not to be like that in my videos. I try to make them very specific, or do like ultimate clean with me, is where I'm doing a bunch of different things, and I try to make it so I'm doing like one room at a time. So I'm not moving the camera 50 million different ways in a video and things like that. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. But anyways, that's how I'm going. That's how I'm doing this. I have a little note thing right here so I know what I want to talk about. So if I'm looking this way, I'm looking at that. Some questions that people have asked me, like on a Facebook group that I am a part of and on Instagram, is where did I grow up? And then I'll go into talking about my family that I grew up with, my parents and my siblings and things like that. I actually live in California, and I've lived in California 99% of my life. I grew up in the Bay Area of California, down south of where I live now, basically. I lived there for about 20 years, and then I moved to New Mexico, got married. I literally moved to New Mexico, got married 10 days later. I knew him for a while, don't worry. And then we lived there for a couple years, 4 years. when did I move? 2009 to 2012, so about 3 years. We had our first daughter in New Mexico. My husband is a retired Army veteran. So we lived in New Mexico. He is now out of the Army. Whole nother story, we won't get into that. And then we moved back to the Bay Area and to be around my mom and our friends and stuff, and it just didn't work out. So then we moved up north a little bit, a couple of hours north of the Bay Area, and this is where his parents live. And so, yeah, we ended up moving up here, and we bought our house about a year ago, on a week after. This is kind of funny. So this video is going up on May 18th, which is 8 months since I started my YouTube channel, and that is 7 days after we bought our house a year ago. Does that make sense? So May 11th, 2017, we bought our house. We signed little papers to buy our house, and now it is May. I don't even know what today is. May 15th? 14th? Something like that. So it's been a year since we bought our house and 8 months since I started this YouTube channel. So, growing up, like I said, I lived down in the Bay Area. My parents got divorced when I was probably about 9, and I don't really remember a whole lot before that. My mom got remarried. I was almost 11. And so really anything before that, I remember little tidbits of like meeting her now husband, and just like little things here and there, and a lot of it is just from stories and things like that that I've heard. So I don't remember. It's a lot of traumatic stress, I'm assuming, and depression and all that type of stuff that I've gone through. So really I don't remember the first like 10 years of my life. Yeah, so I have, I'm losing my mind. I have 3 siblings that are between my biological mom and my biological dad. I have an older sister, and then I have 2 older brothers. And then there's, my mom got remarried when I was 10, and my dad has been with his now wife since I was about 10, and they just got married a couple years ago. Weird, right? They've been married for a couple years, but they've been together since I was 7, and I'm about to be 30 this year. And so she's got kids, and he's got kids, and so I have a bunch of step siblings. Too many to count, really. So, yeah, family going up. So that was my family. A normal kid, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to talk about. So if you have any questions about that, leave it in the comments below, and I will jot it down and talk about it in the next Q&A type of video. Somebody did ask me if I like to read and if I have any favorite books. I am not a big reader personally. I have never been. I did not get that gene, or whatever you want to call it. My mother is a huge reader. My sister got that. She's a huge reader. She was an English major in college and all that type of stuff. So I did not get that gene. There have been a few books that I've read and been kind of like committed to. I don't know if I'm really embarrassed to say this, but I was actually a little late to the whole Twilight thing a couple years ago, 10 years ago, not a couple, like 10 years, not 8 years ago. I was a little late to the party. I started kind of getting into it right before the third movie came out. My friends kind of got me into it, and I just became a little obsessed with it. And so I had bought all the books. We went and saw the new movie. It was the third movie in theaters, and then I saw the other two in theaters as well, and I read the books about twice. I'm actually not really embarrassed to say that. I was a part of that. I was a little late to the party, but I was a part of that. And Harry Potter. We are huge Harry Potter fans in this house, so I have read those books. Other than that, I'm not a big reader. I don't think I've really read and remembered kind of significant books. But like I said, we are huge Harry Potter fans. Our second daughter, Ariana, she's actually named her full name, her first and her middle name are actually characters off of Harry Potter. Her name is Ariana Rowena. Ariana is, I don't know if I should even explain this. A lot of people are like, who is that? If you are a big Harry Potter fan, then you will know their names and where they come from. But yeah, so like I said, so that's really it. Like I said, I'm not a huge reader, so yeah, I don't have any other books to talk about. My favorite TV show and movie. Right now, I am really into the Avenger Marvel type of movies. I had this list. I don't know if you can see that. It is almost all the movies. So I've never really watched them. I've never been into Marvel or Avengers or anything like that. And so just recently I started watching them with my husband. He's watched them. He's into all that. And I've actually really enjoyed them. I watched, what did we watch? Oh, because we went to the movie theaters 2.5 weeks ago, on a date night, and we saw the new Avengers Infinity War movie. And it was good for me, but it was like, I was going in blind. I had never seen any other Avenger movies. I had never seen any of the individual movies or anything like that. So it was like kind of for me, just because I didn't really understand what was going on. So then we started kind of looking into, and apparently there's 18 movies that are in the line of the Avengers and all the individual stories. On my list, I have 17 of them. I don't have all 18 because I don't really want to watch the Hulk movie. From what I've heard, it's just not that great. So yeah, so I had gone and looked it up and written down the list, and we've downloaded and gotten all the movies. I heard Black Panther wasn't that good, but then I heard it was really good, so I'm kind of still on the fence if I want to watch that. I have a while, I've just started. Today I watched 2.5 of the movies to just today. So I'm kind of getting into that. As far as my all-time favorite movies, movies that I could just watch over and over again. Titanic is one of them. Forrest Gump is one of them. Harry Potter, that's kind of a given. We watch Harry Potter all the time. We kind of do binge movie marathons of Harry Potter. We have all the DVDs, and then we also have it on our hard drive, so we can kind of just turn it on the Xbox and play them. Trying to see on movies. Those are and The Notebook I can watch, because those are really long movies, and I like really long movies. So those are kind of ones that I can always watch over and over again. As far as TV shows go, it's really hard for me. I like watching TV shows, and I like kind of getting into it. It's hard because I can't watch, we have cable, but we don't have where you can record anything, so I don't watch stuff when it comes out, so I either have to wait and see if it's on demand, and if it's not on the on-demand thing and I'm missing a bunch of stuff, I have to wait till it comes out on Netflix. Ones I'm waiting for are Blue Bloods. I just missed, I had been all caught up on Netflix, and so the season that's on right now, or had just ended, now I have to wait for it to be on Netflix. Blue Bloods I really like. Scandal, I was all caught up, and then I was going to watch it on demand, and then I just got behind, and then they took it off, so I was behind on that one. But Scandal I really like. Some kind of old school ones that I can always watch. Grey's Anatomy I can always watch. I love that. Big Bang Theory I really like. Last Man Standing, I'm so glad it is coming back. I'm gonna try to like stay on top of it and watch, either be able to watch it. I don't know, I know it's on, gonna be on Fridays, I don't know the time. So I might be able to watch that because my kids do stay up later on Fridays. So I really want to like watch that when it comes on and try to. Big Bang Theory, Last Man Standing, Grey's Anatomy, I'm behind on that. So I'm waiting for that to come out on Netflix. Friends, I don't know. That was my generation, so I really like Friends. That's all I can think of off the top of my head. If anybody has any great shows to watch on Netflix, please leave them down below. I'm actually in need of some new shows. I was going to watch How to Get Away with Murder, and I watched like the first episode and like half of the second one. And I should try to keep watching it. It's just hard to watch that type of stuff. One, I'm so tired. At the end of the day, I'm surprised I'm even doing this. But it's hard because Ariana is still kind of like, one, she doesn't sleep through the night, and two, she still sleeps with me. She was sleeping in her bed. Well, she wasn't for the longest time, and then I got her sleeping in her bed, and she was only waking up like 1 or 2 times a night, and I could get her back in her bed, and then she got sick, so then she was sleeping with me, and now I'm trying to like get her back into her bed. And so she'll last maybe like an hour and a half, or like an hour to like 3 hours. So I'm trying to get this done now before she wakes up. So it's hard for me to watch those kind of shows. And when I'm like so tired all the time, I wake up so early, I don't sleep through the night. I wake up 500 times a night just because I'm so used to it since Ariana she's like I said, she'll be 3 in October and she's not slept through the night. So it's kind of hard for me. But so if anybody has any show recommendations, that's where I was going with this. Oh my gosh. Okay. Somebody had asked if I have any regrets in life, and I have first of all, no. And the reason being is because I have always kind of prided myself on doing this and kind of like kept this in my own like personal soul, is to not regret anything that I've done in my life. There's things that I wish I didn't do, but if I didn't do certain things, it wouldn't bring me to where I am today and make me the person that I am today. So I don't regret that, like certain things that I've done in my life, but it's just things that like you don't like about things that you've done in the past, or things that you don't like about yourself from the past. But it's a totally different feeling than regretting something I've done in my life, because every decision that I've made in my entire life, and like every decision my parents have made for me before that, it has brought me to where I am today and made me who I am today, and I can't regret any of that. So I've always lived by that. I've always kind of like prided myself on that. Every decision that I make is not gonna I'm not gonna regret it no matter what happens based on that decision. There are decisions that I made that have been like on the spot, like marrying my husband. I had just like kind of a quick backstory to that. We had known each other, we had dated, we probably didn't talk for like, I want to say around 6 months, like literally we hated each other, stuff happened, whatever, and then it was, oh, here he is, okay, and that was like, it was like February, and then, what was it, the middle of February, we had like met up for the first time in like 6 months, probably longer than that, and that was like the first time that we had talked to each other in that long. I didn't really know anything about what he was doing in his life, and then a month and a half later, I'm moving to New Mexico. I'm picking up my entire life and moving to New Mexico and marrying him. And 9 years later, through all the bumps, through everything that we have gone through, it has still been the best decision of my entire life. And so, yeah, it was kind of like on a whim. I'm going to pick up my life. I'm moving away. I packed a couple of bags. I got on a plane and I was gone. And got married, and and then he was deployed, and it was just, so things like that. I don't regret it. Obviously, that it has become the best decision of my life, and so there have been other things in my life where I've made a decision like that and just, okay, I'm doing this, and then I do it. I don't like some of those things, and I do like some of those things. And so that just kind of goes into, I don't regret anything that I've ever done. I don't regret any of the bad things I've done, because it has brought me to where I am today and who I am. So, that was the regret. So now I want to talk a little bit about my YouTube channel and kind of where I want to go and all that kind of stuff. So, like I said, it's been about 8 months since I started my channel. I'm at, I think, 118 subscribers, which is such a small number, but even getting to this point has been kind of mind-blowing. From YouTube groups and meeting and talking to people on YouTube comments and things like that has kind of helped me. And I know I've kind of slacked off a little bit, and it's just been a little crazy here. I don't want to stop. I like this. I think it's fun for me. I think it is fun. I like doing it. It's fun. It is fun for me. And so I'm just kind of I'm very grateful and very thankful for how far I've come in just 8 months. I know it's not a lot. Some people grow slower, some people grow faster. It's just kind of like how it goes. But I just kind of want to share like I said, my standards of how I clean and the way that I clean. And I've learned things from watching other YouTubers, and I hope people have learned stuff from me. And I'll change things here and there, and I'll do things a little bit differently. I've done a couple laundry routine videos, and I think everyone is different, because I do things different ways all the time, and I still do that even when I'm not filming it. I do things different all the time. And so I just kind of want to share that, and I want to be a part of this little group and community. I think it's a great community on YouTube. There's a bunch of different moms and cleaning channels and things like that that I absolutely love. And beyond that, I mean, there's anything and everything on YouTube, and I think it's great. So I want to thank you all for subscribing to my channel, for supporting me, following me on Instagram, that kind of stuff. I'm very grateful, very appreciative, and I'm having so much fun, and I hope you guys are loving my videos. I really think this video is long enough. If you guys have any other questions, leave them in the comments below. I like to comment back, I like to interact, that kind of thing. I think I've replied to pretty much every comment I've gotten, or at least liked it. I don't have that many subscribers, I don't get that many comments, so I try to do as much as I can. And I try to do it kind of as soon as it comes in. Sometimes that isn't always possible, but I do what I can. So if you guys have any other questions, leave them in the comments below. Either answer them, or I'll save it for another get to know me type of video if you guys like this. I think that is it. If you have not already, go ahead and click that red subscribe button. I would love to have you stay around as part of my little YouTube family. I think that's what this is, and I think it's great. And yeah, it's a great little community type of thing. So, thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you in our next cleaning video. Bye guys.